Are you an aspiring comic book writer? If so, then you may be aware that in the comic book industry, it's the editors who generally do the hiring. In this video, I'm going to tell you 6 what not to do's when pitching to an editor. Please be aware that this knowledge comes not from me, but from an interview I recently did with a successful TV and comics writer named Pornsak Pichachot, who got his start as an editor at DC Comics' Vertigo imprint. If you're interested in checking out his work, then you're in luck, because he has a new Image Comics miniseries coming out called The Good Asian. If you'd like to learn more, then you can find the link in the description below. If we're meeting for the first time, my name is Angelo. I'm an indie comic book writer, and I have a confession to make. Storytelling used to be a huge struggle for me before I learned the basics. That's why I teach how to write comics here on YouTube. Without further ado, let's get into the lesson. When it comes to pitching to a comic book editor, here are the 6 things you should not do. Number 1, do not take up too much of an editor's time because they are extraordinarily overworked. Generally speaking, they are editing several monthly comic books at once. Therefore, whatever you can do to make their job easier, do it. This respect of their time also extends to number 2. Do not give an editor a comic script because they do not have time to read it. Instead, provide a finished comic book, even if that means you have to hire an artist. By reading your finished comic book, an editor can quickly discern whether or not you are a good comic book writer. Number 3, do not give an editor a story you wrote using the company's trademarked characters. Because if the company coincidentally publishes a comic with a story that's extremely similar to yours, then this could bring about legal trouble. Instead, to be safe, write a story using your own original or public domain characters. Number 4, do not hand an editor your physical comic book outside of a convention hall. If they are at, say, a restaurant and don't happen to have a bag on them, then they feel awkward about carrying your comic book around with them. Better yet, if you want to send them your comic book, then email is preferred. Number 5, do not get offended when it takes an editor a significant amount of time to get back to you, because many editors already feel guilty about not getting back to new talent. Instead, be patient and follow up via email at respectful intervals of time, whether that's a week, a month, or whichever the editor prefers. And finally, number 6, do not make your pitch too long. Instead, you should be able to boil down your story concept into a reasonably short sentence, which the editor can easily remember and then repeat to his boss, and which, in turn, the publisher could repeat to its readers. And there you have it. You now know the 6 what not to do's when pitching to an editor. I've gone ahead and included all 6 in the description below so that you can quickly reference them. Thank you again to Pornsak Pichachot for taking the time to share his knowledge. If you viewers would like to learn more about his new Image Comics miniseries called The Good Asian, then I've included the link in the description below. If you found this video helpful and you'd like me to keep making more, then please convey that to both me and the YouTube algorithm by hitting like, subscribe, and the bell icon for notifications. If you have any questions, feedback, or suggestions for future videos, then please let me know in the comment section down below. I hope you found this video helpful. Thank you so much for watching. I look forward to seeing you in the next video.